Hello everyone, welcome back to the SharePoint Beginner to Advanced series. Up to now in this series we have been building a one continuous solution. We started with basic SharePoint list, then approvals, then reminders and escalation, and in the last video we implemented a complete multi-level approval workflow. Today's video is very important because we are not going to build something new. We are going to upgrade our existing solution. This is exactly how real project work. Uh, Since business requirement evolve and instead of deleting flows and starting again, we enhance what already exists. So why this change is needed? Right now in a current flow, approvers are fixed. We have manager email, HR email and IT email columns and the flow directly read those. So this works. But imagine a real company scenario where managers get changes, HR ownership get changes, departments grow, and new approval rules are added. So if every small change required us to open Power Automate and edit the flow, that's become risky and hard to maintain. So the business requirements becomes like we don't want to touch the flow again and again. We want to control approvers from SharePoint itself. And that's why we are solving it today. So in today's video, we are not touching the full approval logic. We are only making three upgrades. We will create a master configuration list. We will make Power Automate fetch approvers dynamically. We will replace fixed email with data-driven routing. So everything else in the flow stays the same. This one change will make our solution scalable and enterprise ready. So let me show you how the flow works right now. So here you can see manager approval uses manager email. HR approval uses HR email and IT approval uses IT email. So these are the hard coded to the list column. What I mean to say is like I have three column and I have hard coded this value. Like so every time if the HR department manager got changed, so I need to come again to the SharePoint item and I need to change the manager email ID and everything. So that becomes chaos and risky, right? So because of that, what we are doing is we are upgrading the flow. So now we are going to separate two things. Process logic will be handled by Power Automate and business configuration will be done in SharePoint. So we will store approvers in SharePoint list and Power Automate will simply read from it. This is the one most important design principles in enterprises automation. So I have created a new SharePoint list called department approvers. This list will act as a control table. I have four columns like department name, manager email, HR email, IT email. So here HR email, I have for the demo part, I have assigned my email for all the three department, all the three manager emails. So for each department, we define who the approvers are. If someone changes in the future, we update this value. We will not update the flow. So now the impact of this design is huge because the same flow will work for all the department. Admin can manage approvals without opening Power Automate and our solution becomes safe and easy to maintain. So now let's upgrade the existing flow. So this is my Power Automate flow. As you can see, we created this flow in the last video. So we are going to just upgrade, add some actions here and we are ready to use the flow and get the approvals dynamically. So the only place we need to change is before the first approval, that is here. We will add get items. We will add configure the site address, that is, and list name will be the department approval, the list we created for storing the manager's emails for the particular departments. Here we will add a filter query, that is title equals to, and it will check for my department value. So this means bring me the record where departments equal to the selected department. Like while creating the record, I select the department, right? So what this action will do, it will fetch the record for that particular department only. Like for example, I have multiple couple of department names here like HR and finance. And if I while creating a record, I select my department as HR. So this action will only fetch the details of that particular HR record, not the finance one. Now for fetching up the manager's email, I will add a compose. We can directly use the uh, manager's email of get the use through the expression, but for the clear understanding, we will add it or we will bring it to the compose action and we will use the compose in the approval. So my expression will be first body get items value and manager email. Manager email is the column name, and it will body get item value is like output from the get items. And in the second change we will do it. Now we will, instead of using the manager email, hard coded manager email, we will add the compose. Similarly, we will configure for the HR one and for the IT email. So now here we will add another compose, and we will write an expression for fetching the HR email. Similarly, we will add another compose for IT email. And that's it. Now we are ready to run the flow and get the test result. Now what is the other impact is like now the flow no longer depends on the email fields in the request list. Like it doesn't depend on this particular fields. Like it will depend on the department approval list. So if tomorrow the manager for HR changes, so I don't edit the flow, I open the SharePoint and updates this value rather than opening the flow and again changing the value for the manager email. So now let's test the flow by creating a new record in a SharePoint list. As you saw in the last video, we had to forcefully add the manager email, HR email, and IT email. If we would have not written here, the flow will get failed. But now, as we created the department approval separate list, we will keep it blank and we will simply click on save. As soon as I save, the flow gets start to run. Now first I will receive an approval for manager, then HR, and then IT. And based on the approvals, the status will get updated. As you see, the first approval process has been started. Now, as you see, I got the manager approval email. I'll simply write comment and I'll submit. As soon as I click on submit, the status will get updated to pending HR approval. And now I will receive the second approval for HR. As you see, the flow gets processed step by step. So here you can see at what step the flow is. Now, as you saw, I received the HR approval. I'll click submit, and now my status will get updated to pending IT approval. Now it fetched the email address for my IT email, and now it went to the starting of approval process. This is the final approval, IT approval. We will click on approve and click on submit. After this, as you see, I'll refresh my page and the software requested is status is now updated to approved, and I'll get a final acknowledgement email saying that the request has been approved by all the required teams, and the IT team will connect you shortly. So this is the real solution design pattern. What we did, we separated what the process does and from who control the process. So this makes solution safe and enterprise grade. So in this video, we upgraded our existing workflow and learned how to use SharePoint as configuration source, fetch approvers dynamically, remove hard-coded dependencies, make workflow scalable, and enhance an existing solution instead of rebuilding it. So in next video, we will focus on error handling, logging, and monitoring flows, which is critical before any solution goes into production. So if this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and continue learning SharePoint and Power Automate step by step. See you in the next video.